everybody. I hope you're well. I am out in the nature preserve and I am in love with it. I just love being outside. It's still brisk and cool, but as you see, I'm layered up and I'm loving it. I feel so at home when I'm in nature. So I've been like going through something I wanted to share because maybe it'll be relevant to somebody out there. So when I was a kid, I was trained to do what I was told at all times. I was the oldest, and I had a military father, Army guy, and my mother was extremely submissive because that was her culture. She never said no. She did what she was told most of the time until she got passive aggressive. So I learned from her that is how you're supposed to be. And then I learned from him that if I did not follow orders and do what I was supposed to do, I would get into kind of trouble I didn't want to be in. You know, back in the day, they take it to you behind. And that happened often with me, even when I didn't do anything. So I'm like, I don't want to get hurt for no reason. So I learned very early on to say yes to whatever, to follow the rules, obey when told, don't ask questions, just do what you're supposed to do. And I was the oldest of many children, so I was really in a position of taking care of them, taking care of the household, cooking, cleaning, doing everything. I was taught how to do everything. And there was never, well, I'm busy, well, I'm working on my homework, all that came second to following what was asked of me. And in some ways, that's really served me because it's giving me discipline. It's given me parameters and boundaries when it comes to my own life. And, I was also very spiritually fed through the church. And so I could say no to anything that came up against my integrity, or if I felt for me in my heart that it was wrong, I wouldn't do, I could say no to those things. But when it came to especially authority, giving me direction and telling me what to do, I thrived in that situation. I grew from that. The problem is that, or was, I would like to say now, was that I always did what anybody asked me to do. I was used to nurturing others. I mean, that's part of my Taurian nature. Happy birthday to all the Tauruses coming up. I was a nurturer anyway. I take care of people. That's what a lot of us do. Not everybody, but that's what a lot of us do. And especially for the oldest child, like I was, and not only was I the oldest child of my own siblings, I was the oldest child of the entire group of my cousins, except for one cousin. I had one cousin a little less than a month older than me, but I kind of carried everything because I was the girl. I was kind of the leader when it came to, taking care of certain things. The boys were out playing and I was cleaning the kitchen. The boys were out playing and I was, making their meals or their lunches for school or whatever. And I never said no. And that's followed me throughout my life. It's followed me. And it's continued on. So in relationships, with partnerships, when asked to do something, I don't hesitate. I don't. Most of the time, unless someone's asking me to do something that's against my spiritual life, what I feel inside, I'm yes, sure, even if I don't want to. So I started noticing only recently, honestly, in the last few years, that people that I'm close to have no problem saying no to me. And I've asked a few people here and there for a little bit because I'm not used to asking for stuff. I do everything for myself for the most part. I'm very self-sustained, even though that's meant that I have had some phases of life, some seasons of extreme poverty and not having anything. I always took care of myself. I always maintained. And when I had my daughter, when she was young, I always took care of her. But I started noticing that all these people that I have helped to take care of in some way or whatever say no to me when I ask for something. And usually what I'm asking is quite small. And it happened recently. Someone that I say yes to all the time, no matter what. Well, not no matter what, most of the time. I asked to do a couple of very innocuous things. And they said no with ease because they always say no. They always say no. And then I recognize the fact that this person, amongst other people, do what they want to do at all times. And for a brief second, I was perturbed by that and not quite happy, a little pissed, because I was like, I do everything for you that you ask. And then I started thinking about, oh, I guess, wait a minute, hold up. They're right. They shouldn't do what they don't want to do. They should not do what they don't want to do. They should only do what they want to do. That is their right as a human being. But so is it mine. Multiple times I have been asked to do things that I didn't want to do. And I said yes. Every time. Yes, I'll make it happen. I'll figure it out. Even if it's against my own schedule, I have work to do, I have places to go. I just want to sit my tail in my bed and watch TV or on the couch, or I want to do nothing, but you need me to do this or do that. Okay, I'm there. And I was like, they're not wrong. I have been allowing this forever. And I don't do that with strangers. I don't do that with people I don't know or I don't care about. No, that's not it. I don't say yes to everybody. But to the people that I feel like I have some responsibility for, or I love very much, partners, whatever, I'm there, what they ask, if I want to do it or not. And I was like, oh my gosh, this person has just freed me. They have just truly freed me because they are right. They should not do anything that they are not into doing unless they want to, especially if it doesn't serve them. In this case, I believe it served them. But they had a right to say no, or later, or when I feel like it. And I was like, you know what? They're right. And it gave me a freedom, y'all. Because I was like, I'm going to follow suit. If I don't feel like doing something and it's not life and death, baby, y'all got to figure it out yourself. I'm done saying yes to everything. Those days are over. It is so free. And if I do something, it's because I choose to do it. I won't say no all the time just for tit for tat. I won't do that. I'm not ignorant. But if I don't really feel like doing something and they don't really need what they were asking for me, I'm not going to do it. And that is healthy. That is healthy. That's taking myself into consideration. And so if you out there and you like me, and you say yes to everything, and even sometimes becoming a martyr because of it, take it from me. Took me a long time to come here, but I know it's not worth it. I love you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday.